Hey, who cares where you're looking? All right, right. All right. So let's see if we can hold this steady. The problem is that I'm in my vehicle. There's a lawnmower going on. And I'm pressing record because it's time. It's time to start to share this story. It's time to start to talk about why I decided to retire when I did, what I've done in the last year of retirement, what things I did not expect, and what things have, I probably also managed to accomplish. Um, and, some things that I've learned and some advice that I had heard before going into retirement and kind of had it, hanging out back here. And then went, yes, very wise advice. And so, yeah, so, just starting this YouTube channel because I've also been following other women in Canada, actually, who have also started their YouTube and retirement kind of post conversations or preparing to retire. And I think it's important to talk about it and to share our knowledge and to be a place where there's some information. To also, who knows whether this is monetizable or not, but the other piece to that is why not? Like, why not get on the gravy train and try everything like other people are doing? I guess I'm stepping in here to say I'm here. I'm in my truck, getting ready to go for my eyebrow appointments. Very important. I think that self-care is very important. And it's a funny story because when I actually retired, my first day of non-working, I came to get my eyebrows done. And then the next day, it started the beginning of, wow, things just kind of went sideways. I did not expect. So, yeah, anyway, we're a year into this and, so here we are. So this is at least record number 1. I don't know how long my intro is going to be, but this is the start. Okay, so I'm back from getting my eyebrows, lips, and chin. It's like, what happened that we had to get all of these things like de-haired? Oh my goodness. Anyway, sign of the times and this, age. So happy to have that done. And I just also wanted to say some of the things that we'll be talking about, or I hope to be talking about, will have to do with the horses. People want to hear a lot about the horses and they think that I should really talk about like some of the teaching and training, but I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to teach, like I do help people right now with their horses, but I don't really, I enjoy it and I don't enjoy it. So I don't really want to talk about it from that perspective on here because I just don't feel like I'm that person to be able to do that. There are other people that have way more experience than I do in that world. But what I want to talk about with the horses is just life lessons that I have with my horses, that I've learned with regards to, just working with my little herd of horses and my different, my blind horses and stuff like that. So, yeah, so that's kind of what I think we'll have every once in a while, paralleling that to life. Talking about some different tech stuff because also I like to do websites sometimes and build WordPress sites. But I don't love doing those. You see how this is working out? I like doing them on my own, but I don't like clients. Sorry. I don't like the piece of having to do stuff for clients. And, even back to the horse shows, horses and stuff like that. I love doing the horse things. Even like helping out with horse shows. But I don't love doing all of the things anymore. Like, I don't love all of that piece of it. Like, I like to help in an element, but I just don't want to be doing all of the things, and I don't want to be having to be responsible for a lot of the stuff. So that's, I guess, the age in which I'm coming into. So there's that. So talking about those things, just as I mentioned, maybe some lessons that I've learned along the way, life lessons, and some other stuff. Like, I really enjoy, at home. I have a philosophy that is, if you can buy it, you can make it. Now, that doesn't mean that we always should be buying or making the things. Like, we don't always have to, but I always think about different ways that I can save money, but not be cheap. There's a difference. But I like to be able to make my own things sometimes. So if I can buy it in the store, there's probably a pretty good chance that I can make it. And then the question really does come down to whether or not it's something that I do want to continue to make and it's worth my time, or is it just I'd rather buy it. Some of those things still come out that way, but stuff like that. So I've been playing in the world of sourdough making and upscaling different things with my sewing. But I'm like, I don't want to do the things where I turn into, I'm doing a bunch of stuff for somebody else. So I like doing it, and then I probably will be done with it. Turns out, right, I keep forgetting, when I was still working a lot of years ago, we actually did a strengths finder assessment, and one of my top 5 strengths is activator. And I have to go back and read the details about that, but activators are not necessarily finishers. So I like to start things, but I don't necessarily finish them. I appreciate a finished product, but I'm also happy to get started, get the idea going, figure out a few things, figure out some efficiencies, improve something, and then pass it along to somebody else to get her over the finish line. So that's kind of interesting. So that's kind of how, retirement pieces are working out for me as well. Like the things that I don't want to do for, other things to take up my time. I don't like resenting stuff that takes up my time. I want to enjoy the things of my time, because really time is all that I have left. It's non-renewable, right? So yeah, there's that. All right, I gotta go finish running my errands, and if I think of anything else, I'll pop back in.